In a world brimming with possibilities, where every decision we make shapes our journey, it's the power of choice that weaves the fabric of our lives. Yes, even through tangible fabric. Since I was a little girl, I spent hours on end applying makeup, critiquing mannequins, and strutting the runway shows in the halls of our apartment, all thanks to my Aunt Amanda. My Aunt Amanda is a spunky, funny, driven woman who doesn't take grief from anyone. She was the first person to introduce me to the enticing world of cosmetics, fragrances, but mainly fashion. What she also introduced me to was walking into a store full of hope and imagination and walking out empty-handed and full of shame. At that very moment, I saw with my very two eyes how the fashion industry isolates rather than purely includes. My aunt, apart from being a certified fashionista, also struggles with traditional mindset clothing. After being a Crohn survivor for many years, in addition to accumulating numerous other illnesses as a consequence, she has had to live a life of constant doctor's appointments, scans, and blood work, and has even fought through multiple surgeries. Due to the pressures of her disease, she has had to adapt her clothing to fit her inhaler, insulin pump, and heart monitor, meaning wearing is a hard thing to do. My aunt has had the bravery and strength to fight through surgery, yet every day she has to fight for what to wear. For an industry so inclusive, the industry excludes those with wheelchairs, heart monitors, insulin pumps, colostomy bags, epilepsy sensors, and pulse oximeters, just to name a few. This life-saving technology is hidden and shamed rather than being acknowledged. This is especially true in the case of breast cancer. Breast cancer survivors who have had a mastectomy have to live with different weight distribution and cup sizes to protect their body. According to Brigham and Women's Hospital, over 100,000 women in the US have a mastectomy each year. After this invasive procedure, women require adjustable straps, sensitive fabric to avoid irritation and swelling, and often desire to cover scars. It's astounding that this population, pre-exposed to feeling insecure, also suffers isolation from society. But what if these women had a different choice? What if the lingerie industry supported those who truly require the extra support? As an aspiring visual arts student and change maker in the fashion industry, I've created a bralette to showcase the ease of translating mainstream fashion towards fitting the necessities of those with physical conditions and impairments. I've created a bralette that would allow for a removable pouch that could be adjusted and modified. This pouch would act as a pillow that could provide the same comfortability and appearance as Mother Nature by being heat regulated, water resilient, and be filled with the same substance that is safe for all women. Instead, however, this population is provided with a narrowed group of products that purely provide function over the hope of living a vivid and imaginative life. Furthermore, pockets are made for spare change, keys, and phones, but are never made for those who truly need them. In the case of Crohn's disease, a disease that my aunt developed in her youth, some patients often require to have colostomy bags, which is a bag that holds waste outside of the body that needs to be removed 3 to 4 times a day. Currently, it is almost impossible to function with a colostomy bag due to the sheer lack of efficiency this bag causes in the settings of work and mainly school. My aunt was faced with an excruciating decision to choose between a colostomy bag or an invasive surgery. The colostomy bag seemed so impossible that she chose the surgery. But what about those who don't have this option? Where does this isolated population buy clothes from? What if instead, buttons and pouches were sewn onto blouses, dresses, and even suits? In my design, I have created an adjustable suit suitable for a colostomy bag. This suit would allow for the inside seams of a blazer jacket to fit a colostomy bag using a structural pocket. This will allow for easy removal during a hectic day. Instead, however, this population is being offered merely traditional mindset clothing, prohibiting comfortability and confidence. After my aunt's surgery, her fashion journey worsened accordingly. After my aunt's symptoms of Crohn's disease increased, her prescriptions and medications piled up. As her intake of pills combating her constant headaches, pain, and suffering immunity increased, she developed type 1 diabetes. My aunt has to prick her finger 1 to 7 times a day, which is considered lucky, as according to the Mayo Clinic, type 1 diabetics have to prick their finger up to 10 times a day. My aunt, tired of being poked and prodded, picked bleeding and bruising over an insulin pump. But why? Insulin pumps offer precise dosing and flexible meal times. What insulin pumps don't offer is movement. When waking up every day and transferring clothing, insulin pumps create tugging and pain on the bodies of patients. They make it impossible to attend formal events and also cause pain during high-intensity sports. In my design, I've created an adaptable dress that can prevent tugging and pain due to an insulin pump. Instead, when being transferred with a silk or satin, can be perfect for formal attire, and when changed to a sporty and elastic material, can be perfect for high-intensity sports. Doctors and innovators all around the world provide benefits for patients, yet without the lens of fashion, these amazing inventions are lost at the expense of traditional mindset clothing. In my collection of designs, I hope to showcase not the difference between bodies, but rather the ease of translating mainstream fashion towards fitting the necessities of those with physical conditions. But why do those with physical conditions care about clothing? Don't they have more to worry about than their appearance? Well, a study by John Hales showed that a rise in confidence drastically improves daily decision-making, such as going on walks more frequently outdoors, eating healthier diets, and most importantly, improving the body's ability to obtain foreign medication. So, before spending money on your next impulsive purchase, perhaps consider whether or not your favorite online store or fashion boutique truly provide choice for everyone. Instead of viewing a few extra buttons or a few extra seams as a hassle, I hope to show the creatives behind the industry that their creativity and imagination can truly make a difference. But for those who are just consumers of fashion, there's change to come too. What we consume matters. As consumers, we have the power to celebrate businesses for their ethical motives and sustainability. We have the power to change the success of a business, changing the definition of success. So, the current inclusivity movement in the fashion industry ingrains that clothes should fit bodies and not that bodies should fit clothes. However, So many, including my Aunt Amanda, feel as though wearing is a chore and expression is merely a dream. By changing fashion one piece of fabric at a time, we can truly provide choice for those who do not otherwise have it. By changing fashion, we can change health standards, but most importantly, we can change lives. Thank you.